The radar of the Internal Affairs Unit of the Kenya National Police Service and the Independent Policing Oversight Authority. Most of the complaints lodged against them by members of the public have led to interdiction and even subsequent prosecution. Our Coast Affairs reporter Kevin Mutai also reports that Nairobi leads in the number of complaints against the officers.
Cases against police officers on violation of human rights, impunity, corruption, and excessive use of force, among other forms of misconducts, are being scrutinized by the Internal Affairs Unit. Data from the unit details a summary of complaints against the police in 2022. 636 cases against the Kenya Police Service were recorded during the period, followed by 202 against the officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, 50 against the Administration Police, 1 from IAU, and 10 cases from other security agencies, including the military. Some of the powers bestowed on the unit include summoning police officers to provide necessary information during investigations, interdiction of an officer, suspension, an order of restitution, stoppage of salary, reduction in rank, among others. The unit can also recommend legal action against culpable officers.
The policing environment, as it is right now in this country, has really shifted. There is concern around transparency, around issues to do with accountability when it comes to the National Police Service. And we are hoping that in the next few months, few weeks, few years, we will see some change.
Data from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, shows that during the financial year 2022-2023, a total of 3,606 complaints were registered against the police and 3,302 cases in the previous year. It further reveals that 169 cases were related to deaths, 31 on enforced disappearances, as well as 33 cases related to sexual offences. IPOA says as of June this year, only 19 convictions had been made, with a total of 170 criminal cases pending in court. Paragraph 5 of the 6th schedule of NPS Act states that, and I quote, "Any use of force by the police that leads to death, serious injury, and other grave consequences shall be reported immediately by the officer in charge of a police station to the Independent Police Oversight Authority, who shall investigate the case," end of quote. But the biggest impediment in prosecuting cases such as those of enforced disappearances is lack of the legislation framework that criminalizes the offense.
As we speak right now, enforced disappearances is a crime in Kenya only under the Rome Statute, the International Crimes Act of 2005. And under that provision, enforced disappearances can only be prosecuted when they are widespread, to meet the standard of crimes against humanity. And so whenever somebody is disappeared as an individual, by an individual officer or by a group of officers, that does not meet that threshold. And so as a country, it is time we criminalized enforced disappearances expressly, so that we can have individuals prosecuted in our local courts.
Among the officers investigated include those from the disbanded Special Service Unit, SSU, whose cases are yet to be forwarded to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for action. As per the regions, Nairobi leads with 336 complaints against the officers, translating to 38%, followed by Central and Eastern at 152 and 123 complaints respectively. Areas with the least complaints include Western and Northeastern regions at 42 and 19 cases respectively. Kevin Mutai, NTV in Mombasa.